I'm Jacob Stieneker, and I am a Robotics and Embedded Systems major at the University of Advancing Technology. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing my major objectives for the board's presentation, which is essentially me just walking you through my journey at UAT from start to finish. There are 6 objectives, and for each one, I'm going to kind of talk about the work it took to satisfy that objective. So let's get started. For my first objective, I decided to utilize my student innovation project, which was a 3D printed collaborative robot gripper that can essentially be programmed in any language. This solution addresses many real-world concerns that other grippers in the industry do not. Some of those concerns being food-grade certification, lighter payload, lower electrical requirements, lower cost, faster lead time, simple design, no microcontroller, and parametric programming. Objective 2 was kind of funny because I had to create something like last week in order to satisfy this one, because I covered this material during my associate's degree and the credit transferred over, so I didn't have to take the class here, but that was 5 years ago. So I had nothing to show for it. So I just created something late in the game, which ended up being a full adder circuit. I thought that was perfect for this objective. For this objective, I had to think back to a project I did for Arduino embedded programming, I believe, where I used an L293D transistor to control a motor back and forth for 2 seconds. And then for the design for manufacturing portion of it, I utilized the 3D modeling aspect of my student innovation project because I felt like that was perfect for kind of conveying the importance of material selection, tolerances, assembly methods for 3D printing technologies. I thought that just fit really well. Objective number 4 was pretty fun for me. I got to utilize an ultrasonic distance sensor as a transducer in more than one way. The first way was converting a physical distance into a digital signal readout. And then the second way was converting that physical distance feedback into rotary force when it operated a servo motor. So it's pretty cool how I got to utilize it as a transducer in more than just one way. For a real-time application, I thought it would be great to utilize my UR3E robot. So I basically used the robot I/O to talk back and forth with an Arduino. The digital output from the robot powered the Arduino through a relay. And then the Arduino sent a voltage to the robot's analog I/O. So basically the robot was reading voltage levels from the Arduino as an analog signal, and based on that, the robot would make a decision. If the voltage is too high, it would let me know. If voltage was too low, it would let me know. If the voltage was just right at 5 volts, it would go ahead and run a pick and place program. So I thought that was pretty cool how the robot was able to read real time the voltage signal coming from the Arduino as an analog signal and make decisions. For my last objective, I thought I was going to use something from robot navigation, but really all of that work was pretty much done for us. We just had to interpret how it worked and test it. So I created something on my own that essentially is a 4-wheel mobile robot with an ultrasonic distance sensor, and it's designed to use that distance sensor to detect objects in front of it and use an obstacle avoidance algorithm. So it comes up on an object, sees the object, makes a correction. If it still sees it, it makes another correction. Basically continues to correct itself until the object is no longer there in its way, and then it can continue moving forward freely. The 6 objectives I just talked about don't even scratch the surface of what I've learned during my time at UAT. Not to mention the friends I've made, the awesome professors I've met, the course material I've been exposed to. All of it's been life-changing. And I hope that this has been as fun for you as it has for me. And with that being said, I probably need to cut this off because I have work in the morning. So, thank you. If you're interested in reading more about the projects I just discussed, please click the link to my website at the end of this video. You'll be able to access more videos, project files, GitHub links, and more stuff like that. So don't forget to visit the website. No, yeah, I had fun. It's bittersweet, I guess you would say.